Well, today started off nicely. We had a mega breakfast, like lots and lots of food. We got to drive around into the city. There's a nicer part of town, like nicer than the rubble and broken down buildings that we've seen before.
So anyway, we went to the Minister of the Interior's offices. The funny thing was, as we were driving up, there was a roadblock with O's with black balaclavas over, looking absolutely like Al-Shabaab. Anyway, fortunately they weren't, it was just normal government security, but they looked terrifying. Anyway, got through that.
And it looks like we were able to get another signature. We're just waiting for the final papers, I think, from the Prime Minister's office. That's encouraging, things are moving along. We're hoping that either today or tomorrow things will be finalised.
Yeah, obviously we won't be able to now be a part of distributing aid, but we know that aid is in good hands. So I think it's been good to just see and be a part of the other side of the logistics. It's really been a struggle to try and get right with the new government and all that.
We did a visit to one of the IDP camps, which is the internal displaced people camp. People from the outskirts of the city come there obviously for some help and all of that.
There was about 500 to 600 people in this camp, and they would be beneficiaries of the aid, as we couldn't really be part of distribution this time.
Always the personal angle of a trip like this, when you meet the people, women, children, always the victims in this kind of situation. That's when it really comes home, and that's when the gravity of what we're doing and the gravity of the whole situation becomes completely real. We were only there for a few minutes, but people were saying words like, "You're our brothers," and "Thank you so much." They could see that there's someone there supporting them, someone there who actually thinks about them and is wanting to help.
I had no words. I couldn't say anything more. I could just smile and greet them, but it's just so sad to see these people just in the position they're in.
It hurts to see people like you go through that. Doesn't matter if they're Somali or South African. Just seeing people desperate is not a nice thing.
Just with them having absolutely nothing, just to smile and wave and clap and say thank you and really, really appreciate what we've done, even though we didn't have anything to hand over at the time. I think they've got big expectations, and I really hope it does help for the little bit that it does.
It does something to your heart when you go into these spaces, and it was really cool to be able to be there with the team. Ambu just shared a nice word of encouragement there, and yeah, people are always appreciative, and I think sometimes we forget the hope that it brings in just pitching up in a place like Somalia. And so I think every time one comes back and arrives, it brings hope that you can't measure in anything. There's no real measure to that, but it brings hope, and hope is often the very thing that actually sustains people through the worst hardships.
Just the thought of being here, driving around and seeing some people and interacting with the guys that are literally close to us has been such a profound experience.
I would definitely come back. I would definitely get a lot more involved.